There is a moment, one single moment in the life of every human being where everything changes. Not when you win, not when you reach the top. It is when you decide, at the bottom of the abyss, with the ground disappearing beneath your feet, that you will keep going anyway. That moment defines who you are, and if you haven't reached it yet, know this: it's coming. The question is, will you be ready? Subscribe to the channel right now and hit the bell icon. Every week, we publish content that will change the way you see your life, your obstacles, and your potential. Don't miss a single video. Think about the story of a warrior, not the warrior in shining armor marching in triumph through the streets of the city. No, the real warrior is the one who is alone, on his knees in the mud, with open wounds, with no one applauding, no camera recording, no audience watching. And yet, he rises. Not because it is easy, not because he feels no pain. He rises because he decided deep inside, in the most profound place within himself, that he will not stay on the ground. That is what separates those who win from those who merely survive. You live in a world that sells you shortcuts constantly. 5 steps to success, 10 habits of millionaires, 3 secrets that will change your life. And you consume that content, you watch it, you save it, you send it to friends. But deep down, you know that's not how it works. Deep down, you know that no shortcut will take you where you truly want to go, because the real path, the only real path, runs through you. And that path is long, it is steep, and many times it is dark. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most powerful emperors the world has ever seen, wrote to himself every night, not for posterity, not to be admired. He wrote to remind himself, day after day, that power did not come from outside, that the most difficult battles were not fought on the fields of war, but within his own mind. He said, hardship does not destroy the man, it reveals him. And you, what has hardship revealed in you? Because it is easy to be who you are when everything is going well, when money is coming in, when relationships are flowing, when your health is good. Anyone can be strong like that. The real test, the test that determines who you will become, is what you do when nothing is working. When you did everything right and it still went wrong, when you waited and no answer came, when you invested and lost, when you trusted and were betrayed. What do you do in those moments? Do you retreat? Do you shut down? Do you blame the world, the situation, the people around you? Or do you go deep inside yourself and find that spark, that tiny flame still burning, and blow on it with everything you have? There is a phrase that the ancient Spartan warriors carried in their hearts. I do not ask that the path be easy. I ask that I be strong enough to walk it. That is the prayer of a winner. Not the prayer of someone asking for the obstacle to disappear, the prayer of someone asking to grow until they are greater than the obstacle. And growth hurts. Nobody tells you this honestly. Growth hurts because it means leaving behind versions of yourself that were comfortable. It means abandoning identities you have carried for years. It means looking in the mirror and admitting you were wrong, that you could have done better, that there is still much work to do. And the ego, that cowardly guardian that lives within each of us, will resist with everything. It will whisper that you are not capable, that it is too late, that others have more luck, more talent, more resources. Do not listen to it. Think of Abraham Lincoln. He lost his job in 1832. He was defeated in elections for the state legislature that same year. His business failed in 1833. He suffered a nervous breakdown in 1836. He was defeated for Congress in 1843. He lost a Senate nomination in 1854. He was defeated in the vice presidential race in 1856. He lost again for the Senate in 1858. And in 1860, after decades of failure, public humiliation, and pain that most people could not even imagine, Abraham Lincoln was elected President of the United States, and he led a nation at war to preserve its union and abolish slavery. one of the greatest stories of persistence humanity has ever recorded. What would you have done in his place after the fifth defeat, after the seventh, after being publicly humiliated repeatedly over decades? The answer to that question is the answer about who you truly are. There is a truth that few have the courage to face. You are not behind. You have not missed the moment. You have not been left behind. What is happening is that you are comparing your backstage with everyone else's stage. You are comparing your internal struggles, your doubts, your sleepless nights, with the moments of victory that people choose to show the world. That will never be a fair comparison. Never. Every person you admire has their own story of darkness. Every person who seems confident and successful went through moments when they did not believe in themselves. Moments when everything seemed lost. The difference is not that they never fell. The difference is that they refused to stay on the ground. And you can do that too. Not because it is easy, but because you have already proven that you can. Think about the times you thought you would not make it through, the situations that seemed impossible and that you overcame, the pain that felt permanent and that with time faded. You have a track record of survival that you yourself underestimate. Discipline is not about motivation. Motivation is an emotion. It comes and goes like the tide. Discipline is a choice. It is the act of showing up when you do not want to, of doing what needs to be done even when no one is watching, even when there is no applause, even when the results have not yet appeared. The seed you planted is germinating beneath the ground. You cannot see it yet, but it is there. Keep watering it. One of the greatest misconceptions about success is that it arrives suddenly. That there is a dramatic turning point, a moment of illumination, an instant when everything changes. Sometimes that happens, but most of the time, success is silent. It is built brick by brick, day after day, with no one paying attention. It is the 5 o'clock morning training when everyone else is still asleep. It is the extra hour you dedicate when you could be resting. It is the refusal to quit when all the evidence suggests you should. The Stoic philosophers ask themselves every morning, what would I do today if I knew my ancestors were watching? If the people who came before me, who worked, suffered, sacrificed, could see my choices today, what would they see? That question changes everything, because it pulls you out of the cycle of immediate comfort and places you in a larger perspective. You are not just yourself. You are the result of generations of struggle, and you have the responsibility not to waste that. Fear will always be there. It never disappears for courageous people. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is the decision to act in spite of it. The most feared warriors in history were not those who felt no fear. They were those who looked fear in the eyes and said, maybe, but I am going anyway. You will fall, you will make mistakes, you will lose things that matter, you will go through dry periods where nothing seems to work and the universe seems to have conspired against you. And in those moments, the only thing that will save you is not a speech, not a motivational quote, not a video on the internet. It is the decision you made way back, the decision that this is non-negotiable for you. That you will find a way or make one. That giving up is not an option. When you decide like that, truly, in the depths of your soul, with no escape, something changes inside you. You stop looking for permission. You stop waiting for someone to believe in you. You stop needing the circumstances to be perfect. You simply act, one step, then another, then one more. And gradually the steps form a path. And the path takes you to where you always knew you were meant to be. The storm you are facing right now is not the end of your story. It is the chapter that will define who you become. Every defeat carries a lesson that victory could never give you. Every loss holds within it the seed of what you will build afterward. Every dark night is followed by a morning. You are not your failures. You are not your fears. You are not what happened to you. You are what you decide to do with what happened. And that decision, that powerful, transformative, non-negotiable decision, is yours and yours alone. So tell me, what will your decision be today? Because today is what matters. Not tomorrow, not when conditions are better, not when you feel more prepared. Today, with what you have, with who you are right now. Take one step, then another, and do not stop. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. In the next video, we are going to talk about something that will completely change the way you face your greatest fears. You will not want to miss it. Until then, keep going, one step at a time.